Dear colleagues, we are teachers of the Ural Federal University, Yekaterinburg, Russia, Olga Bogatyreva and Natalia Leskina. We would like to present our report.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues, and our report is dedicated to the perception of the European higher education area by our students. What is the European higher education area? As you can see, European higher education area is the ultimate goal of the Bologna process, which started in 1999. However, this area was launched only in 2010. The aim of the European higher education area is to ensure more comparable, compatible and coherent systems of higher education in Europe. Russia joined the Bologna process in 2003, and a number of reforms were conducted in order to integrate, to harmonize our higher education system with the European one. And the main directions of these reforms you can see on the slide. They include internationalization and mobility, three-tier system, credit system, changes in the quality assurance procedures, and so on. Ural Federal University also plays a very important role in implementation of the Bologna process, as it is the university coordinator of Bologna reforms in our district, in Ural Federal District. Our university places special attention to the internationalization activities. Our university participates in many European programs such as Erasmus+, Tempus, and others. Our methodology is based on two approaches. We use qualitative as well as quantitative methods. We analyzed main laws, literature, scientific papers, and also in order to check main theories, we conducted a student survey. Our target group were students of our university, and their specialization is international relations, as our faculty is one of the pioneers in the implementation of Bologna reforms and in the internationalization activities. The first question we asked our students is, what is Bologna process? And I would like to pay your attention that the vast majority, about 60% of respondents were not able to answer this question. The others said that it is creation of common European area of higher education, or it is process of reforming. Other questions were about European values and standards of higher education, and our students also experienced troubles in answering these questions. Then we asked students to assess the level of attractiveness of higher education in different countries. And as you can see from the slide, the most popular destination is the European Union countries. The second place took USA, and the less popular were Asian countries. Despite the fact that the European Union countries are the most attractive study destination, however, 63% of respondents could not answer the question, what are the main features of European higher education? The rest of the students answered that European higher education is about individual learning paths, is about freedom, freedom of choice, freedom of learning. Um, and our next question about values of European education was even more difficult for our students, as only 20% of them answered it. And also you can see the definitions of European values on the slide. For them, European education means freedom of research, freedom of choice, independence of students, and so on. Then we asked our students whether they would like Russian higher education to continue integration with European higher education area. And 87% answered that they would like Russian higher education to continue its integration. Only about 8% said that no, we don't want, and about 5% they expressed their concerns that Russian higher education could be absorbed by the European system. So they would prefer that the integration would be moderate and in the limited scope. The next question about the strengths of the European higher education was less difficult for our students. Only 15 students didn't answer the question, and the rest of them said that it means employment, language practice, quality of education, high international value of diploma, and other strengths. Then we asked the students to assess their awareness of European programs, and I would like to pay attention that nobody says that he has excellent knowledge of European programs. So knowledge are rather moderate. And to receive more detailed information, we asked about the possible forms of cooperation where students can engage in. And it reflects, the diagram reflects that exchange programs are the most popular, students know about them. The second place stands for scholarships, for degree programs abroad, summer schools programs, and lectures and visiting professors of Corfu. These forms of participation are the most popular and students are familiar with. As participation in these programs requires participation in the grant competition, and thus financing conditions are restricted. We asked the students whether they are ready to pay for their education in different countries. The diagram shows that the majority of the students would pay for their education in Russia. The second place is for the European Union countries, and students are unlikely to pay for their education in USA, Australia, or Asian countries. As for the probability of participation, this survey shows that students would like to participate in exchange programs or to continue their master education. Double degree programs are less popular among them. And in order to understand what could be the main obstacles to studying abroad, why higher education in European countries is so attractive for them, but they are not ready to study in Europe, we asked them about the main obstacles. And this table reveals that lack of finance is the main issue for our students. And the second popular answer was about no obstacles. So students are ready to go to study in Europe and they don't see any obstacles. In conclusion, we would like to say that our study revealed low level of awareness of our students about the international programs, despite the fact that our university and our faculty are very active in this field. Students they continue to be rather passive, but despite this fact, higher education, European higher education is very attractive for them. We would like to recommend our faculty and our university to engage more actively our students in internationalization activities, because implementation of Bologna process and integration into the European higher education area can be possible only with active engagement of our students. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, colleagues. Goodbye.
Goodbye.